fully on activated clear channel. Your biology is made so that you could be such a channel. This is one of the questions so many people ask me about, can I channel? Why I don't understand my channel? Why I don't trust my channel? How can I know that I am really channeling and it's not my mind inventing what I am bringing forth? And this is such a key aspect of who does this connection, this telepathic connection with high dimensional beings, starting from the most benevolent creator of love and light and all of the messengers from this creator. And there are so many aspects that are connected with being an active, clear channel. There's the aspect of, first of all, knowing that you can be, because our bodies are built to be able to have that mystical or mythical experience. Literally, way back then, the Egyptians left us so many clues to let us understand that they knew exactly what that meant. When you look at the images of the eyes of Ra and the eyes of Horus, you can see very clearly that they are a transversal cut of our brains and our brain's hemispheres. And they're the two sides of the transversals cut. And that's where we have our pineal gland that is very famous in its pineapple cone shape to be part of the antenna of the mystical experience, but it's also working together with the hypothalamus, the amygdala, which are two tiny little things on the side in the center of the brain, covered by the corpus callosum in the middle of the two brain hemispheres. And it's super protected by all of these layers to ensure that this most important piece, that is our connection to our soul level, to our soul experience, is protected and we always can have it. The problem is that the human experience was designed so that upon coming to the third dimension, we would have a programmed veil to have us forget our essence, where we come from, who we truly are. But also the program intended for us to begin a remembrance, an awakening of who we are, and an activation of this part of our body, which is our antenna. You may think of it as a radio where the radio is off and the waves are still coming, but since the radio is off, it's not picking up the transmissions of the emission of the different radio channels. And when you turn on the radio, you have to, in the old days, you had to turn a dial to figure out where was the tuning perfect channel. And that's what happens with us. We have the radio mechanism, we have the radio antenna, the towers are transmitting, but unless we turn on the radio, we won't be able to feel or discern anything. And then the problem is that when we begin turning on the radio, we don't have any training on what is this information we're picking up. And the confusion becomes even bigger because there are so many sensorial ways in which you can pick up this information, which is another confusion out there. So many people think that you can only be a clairvoyant because that's the typical way. That's what people are familiar with, what you see in the third eye. And the truth is that just like we have five sensorial ways in the third dimensional with our bodies, the tact, the taste, the hearing, the seeing, and the smelling, you have 12 ways or sensorial of the six dimensional sensorial ways to pick up that information. And these ways vary with each person in the sense that You may have a more developed clairaudient way, so you're hearing messages, you may be knowing messages, you may be feeling messages, you may be seeing messages. And then there's the interpretation side of what you're seeing, feeling, knowing, receiving, hearing, and all of the channels that may be activated with you. So the journey to truly clear that channel, to clearly know how to center, how to have the ego step aside, how to differentiate between the voice of the mind and the voice of a true channeling, channel transmission is key for your ability to be a pure, clear channel. And that's a journey. That's a beautiful journey. I actually happen to help people with that journey. If you're interested in checking out my website, www.theawakenpath.com, AWAKEN, awakenpath.com, and the links are in the bio. You can look at ways in which I can help you expand this ability and so many more things. But the point of today's transmission is for you to know that this is possible for you. If you are having this ability already awakening within you, you may also have a lot of trauma that comes up with it. We all carry in the collective unconscious what is known as the witch wound and as the oracle wound. These are real things. Most all of us who are here now have had a lifetime where we were burned at the stake. Yeah, burned at the stake. So we have a wound that we haven't resolved and that we carry. So when we begin to connect with our true channel and we begin to tune into it and we are meant to begin to share this with others, well, a lot of fear and trepidation and self-sabotaging may be coming up for you. This is something to clear, to heal, to look into. In this lifetime, it is safe to be an oracle. It is safe to channel. But our remembrance, our biology, it carries trauma about this in a big way. So if you're feeling that, it's common. It's part of the journey of ascension, of enlightenment. And the other thing I want to leave here as a core component of this message is that I want you not to confuse the process with the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal of the ascension process is for you to have what's known as the self-realization of God. And that's one very eloquent way of saying enlightenment. Enlightenment is that state of being where all of the ego layers have dropped and you have connected so purely with your most ultimate soul expression, that you are fully connected with the one, with creation, with oneness. You know there is no separation and you experience life in this enlightened state of being, of pure expansion. And we're all able to achieve this state in this lifetime, in this moment on earth. However, there are so many things out there derailing us from that, which is the ultimate goal, which is to know creation and creator within us. And we think that the goal is to channel, to be a pure channel, to go into a spaceship, to connect with galactic beings. No, that is not the goal. The goal is always the self-realization of God. And all of these experiences, the channeling, the traveling to some spaceships or motherships, getting support by alien beings. And by the way, make sure you're connecting to benevolent beings from multidimensionalities, because there's all kinds of things also in the multidimensions. Not all of them are good. Make sure that you know that those are expedients to help you reach your goal, which is the goal of expanding your ability to know, with capital K, oneness, and to not be derailed by the experience and getting lost in this journey of awakening, which You probably will get lost many times. The point is, when you realize you get lost, please get back to course correct. Nothing wrong in getting lost here and there. It's a messy journey. But what I want you to know above all things is yes, you can be a pure, clear crystal channel. Your body is made so that you can be such a channel. And if you are struggling with that, you may need a hand. You may need somebody to guide you or even to activate you. For example, I know that through all the videos I do, through all the work I do, through all the transmissions I do, I'm not operating alone. I'm operating with a divine team. And in between my words and in between the sounds I emit, there's a transmission of love that's activating you right now, right here in this moment as you're watching this video. And sometimes as we work with somebody that can become our guide for a while in our journey, that person can activate you in a beautiful way or in a non-beautiful way. So make sure that you choose your guides in this lifetime, these three third dimensional teachers and guides for you that are pure in integrity, and that you're constantly double checking about that. Are they pure crystal clear channels? Are they leading their lives in the way in which they're telling you that it's the way to lead their lives? Are they empowering you? Or are they saying, stay with me because otherwise you won't be able to reach XYZ? All of these things are red alerts. If that's not happening, that might maybe not the best guidance for you. I hope you are really expanding your channel. You are needed. We are needing every single light being that is here on earth at this time. If you're here, it's because you came to support this work of ascension. There's a lot of darkness and three-dimensional structures and ways of being that need to be dissolved and dismantled for all of us to be able to ascend, and you are needed. Feel free to comment below, to ask me questions. I love to support you and to answer the questions as they are coming. Lots of love and light.